fundamental structure, an integral part of a functioning society. They help us cross valleys, canyons, rivers, oceans. There's not many structural cases in which a bridge cannot be of use.
If we had 4 in like every, I think going
right, especially just like in the centre.
Okay.
I'm holding your hand very
Go the same spot, but I turned it.
A bridge's construction is intricate, as it needs to be able to have the capacity to hold not only its own weight, but the weight of vehicles crossing it, as well as accommodating for the various sizes of vehicles. And so, we were set with a task: design and build the lightest bridge capable of supporting the greatest load. The bridge must be made from spaghetti, not wider than 80mm and span no longer than 350mm. Be held together by the watery mess that is Celly's superglue, and weigh no more than 200 grams. Oops. Sounds easy, right? Well, as we were about to find out, it wasn't all that. In terms of our concept bridge design, we had a basic idea. We knew what a bridge looks like. It's long, made up of horizontal and vertical chords, compression and tension members, and we were knowledgeable enough after construction 1 to know we wanted to include some form of bracing for strength retention. We decided to replicate a basic bridge, focusing more on its load-bearing capacity rather than the aesthetics of it all. Not like I had to tell you that. You're seeing for yourself. We decided to make our chords and members thick, knowing that spaghetti would become stale and brittle eventually. 2 processes were underway at once, with half the group creating the base of the bridge, and the other half gluing members which were initially planned to stick to the deck. After building the members was when we started to think about the aesthetic qualities of our bridge. Thinking San Francisco, Golden Gate Bridge, we began aspiring to make something strong and beautiful. The Oprah of bridges.
That is the top one.
Oh,
yeah.
It's getting better. We need to make that longer then, because that's not long enough.
But like, it's only meant to go here because we want to fit another one in there.
Very long.
Yeah.
Our glue, however, had different ideas. Clearly.
My video is suffering.
Keep going on it. Try it out.
It's actually it's manky.
You know, now when I push into my finger, it just stays there. It doesn't come back out. It doesn't come back out. It just stays there. It's nothing. Reinforcements to that.
Look at like literally it's like
Holding on by
by
one
thread
thing.
like.
We began to rearrange consistently, began shortening our members, realising that although they were all practically the same length, that they also weren't. The distribution of spaghetti was uneven no matter how many times we bunched the same strands of spaghetti together. It would always poke out on the other end, and there was goodbye to that idea. No matter the fact that we held it together for minutes at a time, so much for quick dry Cellies, how much we prayed. We were on the verge of practicing sacrificial rituals just so that the glue would stick. We had come up with a plan B. Our next plan of attack was to slide the spaghetti between each other in opposite directions in a hut-like manner, hoping for a strong bond and achieving a visually attractive bridge. This design was already holding together much better than the previous, the glue being able to more evenly distribute itself between the strands.
Yeah, all of them triangling together.
Oh no.
What?
Oh wait, these are tangled. I got them.
Yeah. Glue them
All down.
Yeah, so they stick together. Yeah, that was good.
Oh, you get that feel? Do we need?
Do we need what?
We began reinforcing our bridge and working on trying to make our bearing points as flat as possible in order to increase our bridge's load-bearing capacity and scrap aesthetics and vertical members. It was time for more thickness and more spaghetti. Before we as broke uni students sold our soul for more pasta, considering we had already sold most of it to the unnecessarily expensive glue, we broke down parts of our previous bridge design to use to strengthen and reinforce the base and deck of our bridge. This was recycling at its finest. And before we knew it, our bridge was glued together, seemingly functional, and was ready for a Judgment Day test run. We had high hopes, having worked hard, gone through 1,000,001 designs. But things don't always go to plan, especially when using a new apparatus for the first time.
which you can just believe. Literally, there's no pressure on it. So it does get stale. Makes sense. It does make sense.
Amazing. 20 kilos on our bridge from the get-go. At least there was still another 2/3 we could test with.
I hate it. That's disgusting behaviour.
Well, let's try and stick it together.
No, how would it work if it was already...
Sticky tape. We'll just sticky tape it all together.
Spectacle that we made. Yep, alright, so spaghetti gets stale. That's a good sign. No, shush, it's all good. Okay, you're gonna have to wind it down, I think. I don't know if it goes that far, but if I just hold it like this. Yeah.
It's up and down, look. Well, you can't see it, but look, it's going up. And now it's going up.
After accidentally piling excessive weight onto our test bridge, we were left with very little idea as to how much our test bridge would have actually held. With no time to make another practice, we moved forward and created a new bridge. A better bridge. A bridge based on our previous design but stronger. Our compression members were as appropriately short as we knew how. The Golden Gate Bridge was clearly idealizing unrealistic expectations in our case. Unfortunately, our new bridge was overweight. However, we were still given the green light to test it in the final event.
Do we want to move that thing across a bit more or not? Oh, we can't.
We can't, it's stuck. I can't feel any weight yet.
It's not like fully there yet.
Unfortunately for us, the hook sat awkwardly on our bridge, potentially sabotaging our bridge for the experiment. Our final product looked nothing like a standard bridge, so perhaps there's points for being unique, however inconsistent our bridge and process had been. Here's back to the drawing board, and perhaps a change of degree.